LIP 2022 The Power of Perspective. Casting the Lens on Constructive Solutions. As read by the Journalism Honours Class of 2022 at Stellenbosch University. Essay King of Illegal Tiger Trade by Jamie Venter. South Africa is the world's biggest exporter of live tigers and tiger parts due to the inadequate regulation of private tiger ownership, private breeding, and the commercial trade of large exotic cats. This is according to the Year of the Tiger report, released by the International Animal Welfare Organization 4PAWS on 1 February. Tigers are commercially traded from South Africa in really high numbers, and a number of them are intensively captively bred, said Sarah Locke, head of programs at 4PAWS and co-author of the report. A total of 452 tigers and tiger parts were legally exported between 2011 and 2020. But there are hundreds of private facilities in South Africa, SA, breeding big cats like tiger, lion, leopard, and jaguar, stated the report. Demand in the legal and illegal big cat trade is driven primarily by countries in Southeast Asia, such as China, Vietnam, and Thailand, where their body parts are viewed as luxury items or used as traditional medicines, stated the Year of the Tiger report. It's been a problem for a long time. We have all these laws in place, but the regulations are not working, said Smaragda Low, Director of Ban Animal Trading, BAT, an animal rights organization. The enforcement of exotic animal ownership regulations and record keeping differs between provinces, said Locke. For example, the Year of the Tiger report shows that in 2019, Cape Nature recorded the import of 4 Bengal tigers from Gauteng, but there were no records of this trade from the Gauteng Department of Agriculture and Rural Development. Tasia Ayman, a representative from Cape Nature, confirmed that they are aware of the 4PAWS report and that there are quite a few big cats currently kept in captivity in the Western Cape. The Year of the Tiger report requested that each South African province provide the number of tigers residing in their borders. Cape Nature noted the ownership of 18 tigers in their jurisdiction. The Western Cape was one of the only 3 provinces that provided records prior to the release of the report in February. The lack of adequate regulation of the legal trade of tigers is creating opportunities for illegal trade and demand for breeding in South Africa, said Locke. At these breeding facilities, animals are often intensively bred in confined spaces, claimed Locke. She explained that, because these facilities are commercial entities, they don't necessarily have animal welfare at the forefront. More than one way to regulate a cat. We really need tighter regulation of private possession of big cats as pets in South Africa, said Locke. One of the most common questions she is asked is if she can assist in safeguarding the welfare of tigers in backyards. But that is the government's responsibility, she said. We are trying to work with the government and engage them to start implementing the current laws and regulating sanctuaries, said Locke. 4PAWS believes a national audit is one of the first things the government must do, added Locke. We want an audit of all these facilities and an understanding of the welfare of the animals within them. South Africa needs to crack down on illegal possession of big cats and make sure animals don't enter illegal wildlife trade markets, said Locke. Lowe argued that the regulation is not going far enough. From BAT's perspective, we have to push for a ban on the trade of tigers and big cats completely, said Lowe. I don't know how the government would be able to regulate this, or do a yearly audit and check in on all the places that have tigers, or look at all the individuals who keep tigers in backyards, added Lowe. The way forward is for it to be stopped. This sentiment was echoed by the 4PAWS report as well. The only way to prevent further decline in wild populations and give relevant enforcement authorities a chance to tackle illegal trade and trafficking is to end the commercial breeding for trade in all big cats, stated the report. Both Locke and Lowe welcomed the new legislation recommended by the Minister of Forestry, Fishery and Environment DFFE Barbara Creasy in May of 2021, which will ban captive lion breeding, but said it should be expanded to include all big cats. I would like to see this legislation expanded and for the current big cat facilities to turn into true sanctuaries, said Locke. Albie Modise, DFFE spokesperson, explained via written correspondence with LIP that any proposed expansion of the recommended ban of captive lion breeding to other big cat species will be informed by research reports on the conservation and ecologically sustainable use of elephant, lion, leopard, and rhinoceros. While the recommendation does not specifically refer to tigers, a policy objective on international trade in biodiversity is included, said Modise. The overall objectives of the policy position are to end irresponsible, unethical, and unsustainable practices, said Modise, adding that the hope is to reposition SA as a leader in conservation. Keep an eye on the tigers. For us in the field of conservation, we know about these issues, but part of the problem is that not enough people know or are speaking up about it, said Lowe. She added that there is a need for ordinary South Africans to say, I saw this and I want something to be done. You have to constantly think about the way we interact with big cats, especially in South Africa, and how that might influence something greater, said Locke. Even if these facilities call themselves sanctuaries, before taking your kids for cub petting, consider if there is a conservation benefit to that animal being kept in captivity. LIP reached out to Wildlife Ranching South Africa, but they were unavailable for comment by the time of going to print. You can read the full text of LIP 2022, The Power of Perspective, on www.martimedia.org.